Oh, hamburger juice. It's your boy, Smoke Screeners Prime.
Alright fam, so first of all, I want to thank Playtime Reviews for the images it has on the gram, and also for the video it has up so you can get comparisons of the new Lionel baby. And let me just jump off, fam, with saying your boy was wrong, fam. I can admit when I was wrong. What I'm talking about is I did a video about the new Lionel and the Monkian. And I stated on the video that I made that the Monkian difference was that it had cloth. It was cloth for the tunic and the straps. And Playtime Returns showed some still images inside the store of Lionel and Monkian. Now, he doesn't show a video of Monkian. I think, if I remember correctly, he did not purchase Monkian, but he showed images of them together, and it did not appear that the tunic and the straps were cloth. It just appeared that the tunic was brighter. Is the only difference I can see. Other than that, it looked exactly the same. But we're talking about the new Lionel. So one thing about the new Lionel, fam, is that the skin is definitely brighter, as we can all tell, and it looks a lot more cartoon accurate. It's not as buff as the SUPER7 classic, I will call it, the classic SUPER7 Thundercats fig body. And again, this one doesn't have the light up features. There is a light up feature head with basically the same body, but it comes with more accessories. And this fig is a figure that you can swap the heads. Now again, I spoke about how they should have just included the head with that figure, and then that would garner the price point of what they're asking for with having this head, but they didn't. They made it a little easier for you to get it in case you didn't want to get all those other accessories. But I digress. With that being said, fam, the fig itself, there was another guy who had it first. I can't remember his name. I'm going to put it down there at the bottom, the guy's name who found it first in the wild. But we're talking about Playtime Returns, and his fig to me looks a little bit better than the one the other guy had. It could be that we're getting some better images, and we're getting video. Now again, it's not the double jointed elbows and knees that I prefer. Don't know if we'll ever get them. I'm still going to be shooting for that. Only time will tell. I'm going to make that vocal myself, fam. But so this is what we got. He doesn't show quite the posability that I'm looking for, but he does give you some posability to give you a better idea. And he states that the posability is better than the SUPER7 one, and I can kind of see that. How it's a little better. Not sure if it's gonna give us what we want. He didn't show where you can put the arms both together to hold the sword of Romans, if it's possible. There's another picture where it shows him holding it where he has the claw shield, but not really one with both hands together. There appears to be a tilt, kind of like how the Origins Prince Adam has with the hand. So that may work out. Not exactly sure. Again, I have to see when I have it in hand myself. It gives you a comparison. There's a comparison of all the figures, all the SUPER7 figures together, meaning all the Lionel figures. So he gives you the Maddie, the SUPER7 Lionel. He gives you the Toy Lionel version, and he gives you the what do you call it? The mirror Lionel, the one where Mumra is acting like Lionel and it's kind of orangish, reddish clothes. So it gives you that as well. This Lionel appears to be a little slimmer Whereas in the images that we got prior, he seemed to be a little bit more buff, a little more bigger, a little more buff in the chest area. But other than that, the images appear the same. The face sculpt still doesn't appear to be exactly the same as it does in the renders, which is still kind of reminiscent of how they did the Chitara. So that's that. But all in all, the figure does look good to me. It matches up well. One of the issues I have, and I hope they redo Tigra. He did a comparison of all the Thundercats, excluding Snarfer, because Snarfer hasn't been made yet, and he fits in pretty well, even though he doesn't have all of the scope. He doesn't have the scope work like the other Thundercats. This Lino does appear well with the rest of, does fit in well with the rest of the Thundercats, except Tigra. Tigra, to me, from when I first saw it, and Pumara, Tigra is entirely too big to me and too buff. You would think that Tigra is the muscle of the Thundercats when that is not the case. Although Tigra has no muscles on him and was a figure to be reckoned with, he was not the one that you would think is the bruiser of the crew, so to speak. Also, they definitely need to do a new Pumara, because Matty Collector had her entirely too tall, and then we thought Super7 was going to get it right. Although Super7 makes her a little shorter, she's still entirely too tall. Why they didn't make her, more along the size of Chitara, is besides me. But hope that being said, hopefully they make Pumara next more so than Chitara and give her the right size this time. With all that being said, fam, the fig does look pretty good. Again, it doesn't have all the sculpt work that the classic Thundercats have, but it's still pretty good. It gives you the cartoon feel, which is what a lot of people wanted, myself included. Again, it's not as big in the chest as I would like, but it's just one of them things. You're never going to get everything you want from any line. Any line you pick, fam, you're going to be able to find something that they didn't give you, and all that is a way for them to improve on it later, to make you come back and to buy on that particular fig. It also showed you how he looked in the Thunder Tank, with the claw shield attached on the side, and I've shown you that you can do that as well with the older Lino, which is a figure that's wider. So he's just showing you that you can do that as well with the one that's slimmer, and he shows you how there's a peg inside the older claw shield and there isn't one on the new one. So whether you can use the older claw shield on his arm remains to be seen, but you really don't need it, because the claw shield he comes with, Lino comes with, you can use it on the arm, you just can't do it on the side. But to avoid buying the light up eyes one to get that type of claw shield, you can use the Super7 one, but it's not going to be as bright as the new one. So tell me, fam, is this guy still a pass for y'all? Is this a grab for y'all? Let your boy know. And like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe.